Coach K and John Ned. You know that it's working, but don't forget about Coach K. Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. It's good to be back. We got Hamza that blessed us with that beautiful intro. So you know we doing it big and new for the new 2020 year. What's up, my dog?
What's up? What's up? How are you?
Your favorite people, Coach K
and Coach Derwin.
Yes, sir. Yes. Before we even talk about anything,
I know we've been away from the show a while, so we'll start with the most important news. Our condolences goes out to the Bryant family, the Bryant friends, everyone. The passing of Kobe Bryant was the most shocking thing I personally had to be a part of. I would say for you as well, because we were in the middle of a game. Right after the game, one of our parents came over to us and told us, "Hey, Kobe had passed away," and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, no, it definitely hit home for a lot of us, especially in the basketball community, because he was such a great leader, and he really changed the game for a lot of athletes. He made you realize that you could be literally more than just an athlete. You know, not only LeBron was like that, he's won the Academy Awards.
Yeah, he's one of
as a producer. Like that's crazy. So again, our condolences and our love goes out to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the NBA bubble now is in effect in Orlando.
Fully in effect. Yep.
Disneyland, out of all places. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me because they do have a beautiful facility, and it's pretty much like half the size of Mississauga.
Exactly. And then once the pictures came up and video came up of how the courts looked, some of the rooms, maybe not so much of the food in the beginning, but other than that, it was real cool. It was funny. A lot of players, I don't know if they just didn't. They're so used to eating.
Listen, John Moran said it best. I ain't no preppy boy. I don't need to be treated as some five-star.
Well, look, there's a lot of players that didn't feel that way.
Hey, when you make a lot of dollars, you start feeling privileged.
That's true.
Feel like you're entitled. So I get it.
But then the NBA released like 2 days later that each team would have their own personal chef. 24 hours a day. They would be able to order whatever food they want.
So they got what they want.
So
we know LeBron was complaining.
Yeah. LeBron was like, "Oh, I ain't eating this. What is this? Where's my chef at?"
Right, but. Either way, there's been a lot more going on into the bubble. It's perfect now. They have their own practice facilities with a couple NBA courts that they even added in some of the banquet halls that they have. It's kind of cool seeing these guys all in one spot. It's like an AAU tournament.
Yeah,
right.
It really
these guys are all on the same team now. They're just like, okay, we're all here together.
I think the funniest thing is that like the top teams are all staying in one hotel.
Yeah.
So like we talk about this all the time. Recruitment.
So Giannis to the Raptors.
I'm sorry, like there's a big super team that's gonna come out of this. For sure.
Who's the one that said? I can't remember who said it, but I know one of the reporters.
I think was it Stephen A? Stephen A might have been the one.
Stephen A. One of the reporters out there in ESPN did report that most likely there's definitely gonna be a super team made out of this, and I understand it's the same thing that happened for USA.
You're spending all this time with other players. Like look at Danny Green, OG Anunoby for OG's birthday. Danny Green took him out. Like I know they're in the hotel, but you know what I mean. Like
they're all still friends, man. Like they all play, like they love the game of basketball, have the same interest. Obviously, these guys can have a chance to talk, especially when you could go fishing and then your opponent is literally right across the pond. They're fishing with you.
Yeah, and you're just cracking up. You know, you're getting to know that person off the court, which is even a bigger experience for them. I think. They're all definitely taking this as a.
And I think it's even worse for the teams itself because now players that probably didn't get along with each other on their team now have a chance to really connect, get to know your teammate. This is like a retreat for work.
Exactly. And Eric Spoelstra for the Miami, he even said that like the amount of bonding these guys are doing in the last just couple of days, some players can do it throughout a whole 6-7 month season because you're on the road, you have your own interests, you want to go eat with your own buddies when you're in another city. But here, no choice. You gotta eat with your friends. I mean, with your teammates.
Because that's your only family. You don't have a chance to go talk to your family or go eat with your kids.
Exactly.
You were missing them for months. So this is your family, and I think this is good. This is good for.
I think the only negative about the bubble was, especially in the first like 2 or 3 days, players were still leaving the bubble, and like obviously that NBA was very persistent on. If you leave the bubble, you have to quarantine for 10 days. So you're missing at least 2 to 3 games from your season. And if you're one of those teams where you're just making the playoffs with the 8 games, you can't miss any time, right? So that would be my only thing. Like there was Bruno, Lou Will, and Richard Holmes from the Sacramento Kings. They all decided, hey, food was more important. And now they're all chilling in their room, quarantining for 10 days by themselves.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think the only thing I don't like about the the whole bubble idea is that when a player does get tested with COVID, they have to actually quarantine, and it could be any time. It could be in the finals, and you might end up missing out on the finals.
You don't have a choice.
It's understanding, but it just sucks. It's like there's positives to being in the bubble and there's negatives, and I mean, Russell Westbrook, once he got it, he had to leave right away.
Well, no, I think no. So with Westbrook, he got it the day before. He got tested right before he left. So once he realized that he had it, he told James, like, you go without me. Because apparently that was the plan. The whole Houston Rockets team came together, and then the 2 star players were, like, gonna, I guess, come together.
It's the Houston style.
Yeah. I mean, they're boys outside of the court, so it totally makes sense. So.
We all know.
Yeah, absolutely. So James just drove to Orlando by himself, and then Westbrook came 2 weeks later, and now he's back on the court, looking like he didn't miss a step. Like.
Hey, no, they looking good, and I think a lot of players.
Teams.
It's nice to see guys like Nurkic, and then you got Victor Oladipo that's back.
Victor Oladipo's back.
And then even Andre Robinson, that guy's hitting threes, so the bubble's about to be lit. Wow. I love it. This is different.
I was watching the OKC. I was watching that OKC game, and I was like. First, when he came in, I was like, yo, this guy's been out of the league since, like, 2017. Like, I literally forgot he was even on OKC. Yeah. And then he came in, he hit 1 3, and then the fourth quarter, did the same thing, and I was just like, wow, like, this bubble's gonna be lit. There's a lot of players. They have so much to prove. They have so much to talk about. There's so much playing time because, like, for the Nets, like, look at no one from Brooklyn came. So, like, a lot of these players have, like, a bunch of playing time. They're gonna prove themselves, Why not? You're in the bubble.
No, it's gonna be nice, and it's giving you that World Cup feeling that we always get to see with soccer, right? They're all in one location, neutral site, and you know who's gonna benefit the most?
I don't see
the 76ers, because the 76ers had one of the best home records in the league, and they're one of the worst road teams in the league. So I think teams like that will benefit off this neutral site. So I'm really excited for this bubble. I think this is gonna be a game changer. I think they're gonna get an idea out of this for the future. And yeah, I think this is a whole new experience. Like I said, a whole new game. I'm loving it.
Can't wait.
Cannot wait for the bubble.
Can't wait for the season to start.
Extra step, with extra reps, extra tight, they extra next.